Welcome, my dear friends, to my Bookish Buddies Club channel. I'm thrilled to be back with final video from Think and Grow Rich. This book is a fantastic tool for those aiming to achieve wealth and success. In the previous video, we discussed the first part of chapter 15, which focused on 6 basic fears that are stopping you from reaching your goal. In this video, we will continue with the second part of chapter 15, where we will delve further into Hill's timeless wisdom. If you haven't already seen the first part, I would encourage you to watch it to gain a better understanding of the context. But before we get lost in this video, I'd request you to please subscribe and like my video. It means a lot to me. Every click, like, and comment helps my channel and this beautiful community to grow. Let's jump right in and uncover more insights. Fear of ill health. Fear of sickness can affect one's lifestyle and mental health. If one constantly thinks about possible diseases, reads about them, and makes a self-diagnosis based on information from untrustworthy sources, then this fear can turn into a self-fulfilling prediction of constant worry and tension. The mind possesses immense power, both in curing and causing sickness. Experiments indicate that suggesting illness can make someone sick. Negative emotions including fear, worry, disappointment, and discouragement can cause illness. The signs of this fear are: negative autosuggestion is a common symptom in which people think they are sick and look for signs of it. They even talk about made-up illnesses as if they were real. Trying out different diets, workout routines, home cures also adds to autosuggestions. Hypochondria. It is defined as an extreme kind of negative thinking in which a person convinces themselves that they have a variety of diseases when in fact there is no such medical issue. Neglect of exercise. People who are afraid of getting sick sometimes don't do physical activities. Increased susceptibility. Being constantly afraid of anything, not only bad health, lowers the body's immune system and makes people more prone to real illnesses. Self-coddling. Faking sickness to avoid work or gather sympathy. Be mindful, though, because ideas become realities. Intemperance. Consuming alcohol or taking drugs to relieve pain is a typical symptom. Reading about different illnesses or becoming obsessed with advertisements for magic cures is a very bad habit. This increases illness anxiety and can lead to health problems. Recognizing these signs and understanding the negative impacts of this fear might help us fight it. Replace negative self-talk with positive affirmations, obtain professional help, exercise regularly, and adopt healthy behaviors. Then you can definitely beat this fear and live a better, happier life. Fear of loss of love. It's natural to feel afraid of losing love. This fear has deep roots in history dating back to the Stone Age when women were often kidnapped. Nowadays, the methods might have changed from physical force to persuasion and material rewards, but the fear that drives these actions is still very strong. The fear of losing love can cause sleeplessness, anxiousness, inconsistency, lack of self-discipline, and temper disorders. It can cause severe emotional pain and even mental instability. Some symptoms to watch for include constant suspicion of loved ones without evidence, finding fault in loved ones for minor issues, and resorting to gambling, stealing, or risking money to please loved ones. These symptoms can harm personal well-being and relationships. Overcoming this fear requires building trusted relationships, focusing on self-worth without validation, and addressing personal insecurities. Effective communication, honoring each other's space, and connecting on a deep, meaningful level can help build lasting love. The fear of old age. There are 2 main causes of fear of old age: worry about becoming poor in old age and deeply rooted negative beliefs about getting older. First, financial stability in old life worries many. They fear that they may suffer financially in their latter years. They are also frightened by the idea of dying poor. Second, old age causes physical limitations and financial reliance on others, which raises concerns about independence. This lack of freedom causes many people worry. Concerns about losing health and sexual attractiveness also add to this fear. This fear's symptoms include: first is mistaken inferiority complex. Around 40, some think they're past their prime because of their age. Second is loss of vital qualities, not being able to take the initiative, use your ideas, or depend on yourself because you think you're too old for all of these things. Third symptom is youth imitation. Dressing and acting younger to hide one's age typically leads to societal mockery. By rejecting negative myths, valuing experience and knowledge, and staying active, we may rewrite the screenplay of aging. The fear of death. Death, one of the most basic fear, is deeply implanted in our brain due to religious beliefs and the unknowns of life after death. This anxiety is fueled by religious ideas of eternal punishment in an afterlife, making the thought of death paralyzing and happiness unattainable. Religious leaders who promised heavenly rewards for believers and eternal hell for others created a binary world of fear and submission throughout history. This manipulation used our fear of the unknown, making death something terrifying. Science and education have shed light on life and death and challenged ancient beliefs with scientific data. This knowledge has allowed people to think of death as a mere transition. It helped us understand that life is constituents of energy and matter which cannot be destroyed but only transformed. Fear of death symptoms include obsession with dying rather than living, which is more common in the elderly but can also affect the young. This fear is often connected to a lack of purpose or meaningful life. If people realize that their fear of death is normal and instead focus on present moment, they can live happily. Moreover, an intense drive to succeed and make a positive effect on other people's lives is another antidote to this fear, because it keeps people too focused in the present moment rather than concerned about the future. Overcoming the seventh basic evil. Apart from the 6 fundamental fears, the vulnerability to harmful influences is the 7th fundamental evil. This unseen force can derail success and is especially harmful. Unlike external dangers, which can be defended by social systems, this internal opponent attacks through one's own thoughts and the discouraging words of others. Awareness and active mental defense against negativity are necessary to fight this evil. It can involve numerous proactive measures. 1. Exercise willpower. Use willpower to shield your thoughts from negativity. 2. Accept susceptibility. Accept that you are inherently prone to negativity and fear and aggressively fight them. 3. Watch out for your subconscious mind. Pay close attention to the things that affect your subconscious mind because that's where bad things can start to grow without you noticing. 4. Eliminate negative habits. Remove objects that promote weakness, such as unnecessary medications that promote illness. 5. Choose positive associations. Surround yourself with people who promote positivity and self-reliance. 6. Don't expect the worst. Don't think about problems that might happen. Doing so can attract the very things you want to avoid. Many people are vulnerable because they let others' criticisms or opinions in. Therefore, anyone who wants to succeed and stay happy must recognize the habit and take steps to avoid it. The last chapter of Think and Grow Rich ended here. We've explored how fear can cast a shadow over our lives, but knowing them and taking action against them can lift us up and make our lives better and more satisfying. Before you go, click the subscribe button. Your support means everything to me and helps me keep sharing these fantastic ideas. Please like this video, it helps me. Share your views, questions, or experiences. I'd love to hear them, so comment below. Stay tuned for my next video. Continue to dream, believe, and imagine.